don't bank, dropping jewels, making them think. Let's go. 18 to the ground, headed straight to the bank. The money don't stop. Whether I'm working for yellow or not, I say the money don't stop. Let's go. Word on the streets as of 12 o'clock this afternoon, yellow was completely out, but we're not going to go by that. We're going to wait till we hear something official. Let's go. Got JL 405 in the house. All right, y'all, let's get it popping, y'all. Stop messing with y'all. Let's get it popping. JL 405, what's going on, brother?
Not much, just chilling at the house. What about yourself?
Oh, man, just chilling. Just came back from a nice little run around the park, man. Got me a quick 2 miles in, man.
You do 2 miles?
Oh, yeah. That's light, man. I usually do about 5 or 6. Yeah, I try to do a 5K every run.
Oh, you
So I
got
had to
me
get
beat.
back to the house. Yeah, man, I have to, but man, it's hard to get this weight off, man. But at least I'm a better version of myself. I could be a little bigger than this, so I'm
Yeah,
grateful for that, man.
I go to the gym. What do you call those things with the steps? I forgot what you call them. That's
Uh,
what I do for like 15 minutes at a time.
oh,
I
you can
forgot.
do that for 15 minutes. You
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
what I.
the firefighter
Yeah.
drill? Yeah,
Firefighting. I
yeah.
did over
Oh,
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay, you're a bad boy. Okay, yeah, that'll keep you in shape. That'll do it.
We
Yeah,
got
that's
to,
about
man.
all you need. That's full body, right?
Yeah, we got to. 'Cause I've been telling everybody, man, we got to get the blood circulating in our legs, man. We sitting down all day. Plenty of times you're driving and your legs start going numb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought this idea. I bought myself a jump rope. So when I was driving with yellow, when I stop on my 30-minute break, I'll stop at a rest area, anywhere with concrete, and I get to jump in the rope for like 10 minutes. I
Right.
ain't the
Yeah. That's
best at it, but it helps. It wakes you up too at night when you do that.
Yeah, man, it keeps your lymph nodes and it keep everything kind of regular flowing, keep your blood flowing, man. Get
Yeah.
that blood circulating in your legs.
Yeah.
Cause my doctor, he looked at my weight, man. He was just like, "Your legs must be swollen." He lift my pants up. I was like, "Nah, I got nice calves, man. I jump rope. But I've been jumping rope probably about a good 10, 15 years now, man. The jump
I,
rope and trucking, they go hand in hand because it doesn't take up a lot of space and
no.
and it keeps you going. And it's a full body workout. You get your cardio, legs, shoulders, everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That's why I started because like last year, me and my wife we went and got life insurance, and we went got life insurance. They told me I was overweight at the time. I was 6'3", like around almost 240. They said I was obese.
What?
How like,
Oh,
huh? I was
oh
like,
yeah, yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
obese.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
got an extra pounds, but I ain't obese.
but they do it by height and weight. It's just a
Yeah.
generic way that they do it. But if they done it the right way, they actually got a machine that they do it on to see how much muscle you actually
No,
hold on to.
yeah, they ain't do
Nah,
all
they
that.
just they, they just do it the generic way, man, just to get you in and out.
Yeah.
But what you got? Hey, they say it's over for yellow, man, as of 12 noon. Have you heard anything about that?
No, I have not. I try not to watch it too much because it's a whole bunch of rumors. They throwing stuff out there. That's why I haven't really commented on if it's over or not because I don't know. Like they haven't said nothing to us, nothing. I hope it's not, but it is. If it is over, I had a good run at Yellow because I only worked at two trucking companies. I worked at Snyder for 3 months, then I came here, and
Yeah,
I liked it. Yellow. I got a lot of experience. I went through Wyoming on I-80, dealing with that high wind on I-70 in the wintertime, chaining up, and I've been driving for like 2.5 years total. That's it. And I did a lot of more driving experience than a lot of people been driving for years, especially going over the mountains. So
yeah,
yeah, I give Yellow all the credit. It taught me a lot. I like it.
yeah. Yellow, man. It was. I ain't gonna say was, but it was. Well, it's definitely a good outfit, man. Contrary to popular belief. If you know, you know. Once you figure out how to move around here, I mean, it's one of the best things
Oh
going.
yeah,
You just gotta know how to move, man. If you're a paper chaser, you'll definitely find the money. If you just want to relax, you can definitely relax too, man. Because we got some people that that's never made over 80,000 here, and they don't care. They just like the ease of the job, and then you got your go getters, and we all can coexist and get along. That's what I liked about it. Everybody could kind of do their own thing. And
yeah.
you just gotta stay out of the BS and the talk, because you know who to, you figure out real fast who to stay away from.
Yeah, when you first started, you figure out. You figure out real quick, especially those break rolls. Well, we at Yellow for some reason we got to wait a lot on the freight to film for the leave. You hear them talking all the time. Sometimes I just walk out. I like, hey, I tell the dispatch I'll be downstairs. Just call me and I come up and get my paperwork. I get tired of hearing it
Right.
after a while.
Yeah, yeah, you get tired of it, man. And then you hear all the negativity, and then you hear these guys been here 15, 20, 30 years. That kind of stuff kind of it's confusing to you. You're like, wait a minute, man. You said this job sucked while I'm out here, but you've been here 25, 30 years and you're still here. It ain't going nowhere. So what's it's real confusing.
I preach the same thing. I like if it's so bad, why are you here? Why are you
Yeah.
here? So
Yeah, because that's my thing, man. I'm not gonna stay at a job that I don't like. There's no way I'm gonna stay somewhere that I'm miserable at. You only get to do this life one time. There's no do-overs. You don't stay somewhere that you hate. I don't care about a pension that I'm waiting on. There's no do-overs in life, man. You only get to do this one time, man.
I know, cause I
So,
tell yeah, if I have to like, dang, and I wake up in the morning like, dang, I gotta go to work. I'm like, sit at the bed like, no, you know what? See, you work that job
oh
like,
yeah,
like, I do not want to work at a job. If it get to that point, I'm quitting, I'm leaving. It's time for me to go.
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When you sit on the bed, like, man, I don't want to go in here, man. I hate this place, and they mess me over, and man, I don't care how much of a pension they got or the medical benefit. Man, I'm out of here, man.
I'm out, man. I
No.
don't care.
No, I'm not gonna sit around. I'm not gonna sit around for the next 20 years just waiting for this place to get better. I'm out of here. That's just my take on it. What up, Shake World? What up, Toga? Poe? I don't know if they went belly up or not, man. There's no there's nothing. We haven't there's no confirmation
Yellow
that
haven't released
everything is done.
anything. It's just rumors.
Yellow,
Yellow haven't said anything.
yeah, Yellow Order teams just haven't said anything. Now I heard a bunch of stuff, that people say they heard from terminal managers. Something did come out about the non-union employees,
Yeah, I seen that.
being
That laid
laid
up.
off,
Yeah.
but that didn't have anything to do with the union employees. I mean, there's a good chance it's probably over, but hey, we haven't heard anything. So don't quit, don't turn nothing in
Nope.
until you hear something. You want to keep your spot. Don't lose your spot, man. This is a union shop. If we come back to work, everybody's going to keep their seniority, but a lot of people left, and for the people that if they do fix this and go back in a couple of years, you pick up right where you left off at. You keep your same seniority.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's not a bad deal. What up, Theo? Got Thill, Shake World, Toga. All right, what up? We got quite a few people in the house, man. But you the topic, man. You the topic of discussion, man.
I believe me, I know it got so bad, man. They kicked me out of all the Facebook groups. With Yellow, I'm kicked out. They kicked me out of them.
Oh wow.
They got so bad. No, it got so bad that they started releasing my address.
Oh wow. I didn't know
Yes,
that.
yes, they got started releasing my address. They told me they going. They told me I was banned from Memphis. I seen it online, and I seen it. A couple of employees came and told me when I was at the terminal. Because for some
Oh
reason they keep
wow.
saying I don't have no friends at Yellow, but every time they have a group discussion when I'm not there, they come and tell me everything anyway. But they tell I'm banned for certain places. I can't go certain places. I'm like, man, it ain't that serious. It's just my opinion. It ain't like I'm saying anything bad about your family members or anything. Yeah,
Right. That's my thing. That's your perspective, man.
yeah.
That's the way you see things. And that's the thing, man. The group mentality. They think we're all supposed to think alike, and that's the thing I don't like about the whole. I love being a Teamster, but we vote on certain things. We all have a voice. My voice and my opinion might be different from yours. I might feel different about a certain situation. Whether you agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. This is the way I feel about it, and this is the way I want things to go for me and mine. This don't have nothing to do with you and yours. My vote don't have nothing. My vote is personal. It don't have nothing to do with anybody else. So you got the right if you disagree with everything that's going on, you got a right to that.
Yeah.
No matter who's you know, no matter who's gonna get hurt behind it. I mean, at the end of the day, the beans look better on my table. That's a selfish way to look at it as a teamster. But when you look at a company that's sinking, and you got work rules you know that's
Outdated. You say it.
outdated,
Outdated.
that's outdated, um, and you feel like something has to give. I don't see nothing wrong with that. We all love the work rules. We all love it, but we know it's not profitable, man. But
Yeah.
I'll let you speak for yourself, man, since
On the topic of the day.
yeah, you're the topic of the day, man.
Now, actually, when I got hired on 2.5 years ago, actually got hired on April the 6th of 2021. That's my hire date. When I started here, I actually liked the union. I ain't said no one negative. I actually liked the union. I like what they represent. They represent the employees and everything. But as I started working, I started noticing the union rules are stupid. Like you can't hook your own trailer. Like if I come at a certain time, I can hook my own trailer. Somebody can file agreements, or you have somebody. They do this all the time. They probably do that at your terminal too. Soon one of those suckers, soon one of those older guys, when they come into the dispatch office, they go right to the outbound sheet and they start checking, looking at the list, reading it. They try to make sure somebody didn't go out before them, but they can, or if somebody did, they can claim they run and get paid on it. That's one of the things I didn't like. And another thing I didn't like, to me, it's crazy. I'm at Oklahoma City, right? So we could make it to Jackson, Mississippi. It's 610 miles. We do it all the time. But but Jackson send their freight to Dallas, right? But the freight to sit there like 5 hours, then swing up to Oklahoma City. How does that make sense? How can the company be profitable if you don't send your freight straight from Jackson, Mississippi to Oklahoma City instead of going to Dallas and sitting 5 or 6 hours? A lot of stuff they do I do not understand. I don't understand it. I'm trying to learn it, but I don't understand. And another thing, and a lot of these drivers, it's like the union passed out a handbook. They passed out this handbook called the talking points of the union. First thing they say, if you go at any other job, if that job boss had a bad day at home with his wife, he get to work and he see you. He had a bad day with his wife, he automatically just fire you, tell you to go home. Just tell you to go home. That's one of the talking points. Another talking point, they say all the non-union carriers, all of them, they have to pay four to $500 a week in health insurance. I was like, that's not true. Before I came here, I came with FedEx Freight, and I was paying $60 a week for health insurance. So what are you guys talking about? So it's a lot of stuff I don't like. And another thing about that pension, man, that guy was in that video. I completely understand where he coming from. You worked 30 years, 40 years, and you relied on a company to take care of you, and they backed out. But you look at it my way. How many times a company can lie to you before you stop believing them? You knew. I'm not talking about him specifically. I'm just talking about in general. You guys knew that the company was going through financial trouble back in 2009. You guys knew they took 75% of your pension away back in 2010, and you telling me you guys didn't find no type of other way for your retirement, no Roth, you use their 401k, you do something else instead of relying on their pension. You seen the company, you see what they're doing, so I understand why you guys would do it. And secondly, like I said in that video, how did those guys up north in those steel mills, up in northeast,
Mhm.
and those car manufacturers, it's a lot of them got screwed out their pension. Oh, it's a lot. That's why a lot of companies going with the pension. It's a lot of people got screwed out of their pension, and these guys here today in 2023. still lied on the pension. I understand how the pension work. I understand the pension lasts till you die. But if the company go under, is the pension still there? Their 401k still would be there.
Mm. And it wasn't the company that screwed the pension up. Let's get that one right. So the actual pension fund itself screwed up the money.
It
You
did? I
know,
didn't know that.
yeah. So that's where you heard of the Butch Lewis Act that passed a couple of years ago.
Yes.
So the Butch Lewis Act that was they pretty much saved the Central State Pension Fund, and it's fully funded up into 2055.
Okay.
But they were going to run out of money in 2025.
Oh man.
So
Ooh.
in 2025, they wasn't going to have no money until the COVID relief. That's why I was kind of tripping when they was talking about not helping us out with the health and welfare. I'm just like, who the hell are you not to help us out when you guys needed help? And Yellow had to pay 25% into something that was gonna run out of money in 2025
Yeah.
into the Butch Lewis Act, and the only reason why that passed was because of COVID.
Oh,
That
so
was it.
basically, if COVID wouldn't have happened, they probably ran out of money.
Yeah, they got saved too. So where they get uppity at not to help us out when they so it was. But at the end of the day, like you were saying, pensions are. I look at a pension as the cherry on top. If it's
Yep.
there, cool. If it's not, I need to still do my own thing because now it's just like you could barely. I would hate to have to wait on a check in the mail and when I'm 65, 70 years old, I'm going to my mailbox and my pension check ain't there, and I'm waiting because these fools are playing around with my money. And what they did with the money, with the pension money, they were backing those mortgages back in 2008 when the mortgages
Yeah.
the mortgage bubble.
Yeah. I seen that.
Yeah, what those mortgages was backed up with pension money
Yeah.
as derivatives. That was pension money that they were using. So you just gonna play with my money to back up these raggedy mortgages, these subprime loans?
I
You're
know.
gonna use my retirement money to back up subprime loans. So
Yeah.
it's not the company, it's the actual fund itself that
I
makes me worry of it while I'm going to do my own thing. So it's not Yellow with the pension, it's the actual pension funds itself. Just the
uh,
whole process, like No Weirdos Allowed said, it's a Ponzi scheme. They spent money and they ran out of money, and it was time to collect, and there wasn't nothing to collect because the houses that went into foreclosure wasn't worth anything. They couldn't get their money back out of it. So that's
true.
how we got the bubble. So yeah, man.
So why don't they blame them instead of? Don't get me wrong, Yellow deserves the blame, but I don't think Yellow deserves 100% of the blame. I think they deserve like 70% of the blame. But you got to
Yeah.
place blame in other places because they say. I mean, I don't. I said this weeks ago, and a lot of people got on me. I said Mr. O'Brien releasing everything in the public gonna cost the customers leave. He
Exactly.
because he released that yellow round of money to the public. Yellow never released that. He released everything to the public, and what happened? The customers left. Then the last straw was the strike. I can understand why they was mad about the healthcare. I can understand it. But the last straw with the strike, and when that happened, when they announced the strike, just imagine if you was a company, if you got millions of dollars pushing freight, would you want all your freight stuck on a dock somewhere if a company go to strike?
Oh
So they
no.
so they start pulling away their freight. Everybody, yep, Uber, they did delisted Yellow off of their stock not stock I can't think of the name of the word off their brokers account. All the big brokers removed Yellow, and then Walmart said they stopped using Yellow. Both of the Dollar General and Family Dollars. So
Yeah. Yo,
the accounts killed them.
yeah, man. Shout out to Football Jones, man. He said he was a CAE at Yellow until Friday. 18 years gone, man. Yellow taking all the offense, consolidated freight, Watkins, etc. Put Yellow in death spiral years ago. Never should have done it. Yeah, but
I agree.
we're the offense now. I got 7 years in, so I'm locked into the pension. So now, ABF and T Force, they got to take care of me now.
ABF and C4.
Yeah, they got to take care of us. That's what
And
happens, man.
UPS,
So
UPS in the same pension thing yet?
nah,
Are
nah,
they
yeah.
moved?
UPS bought themselves out of it years ago.
Oh, they
Yeah,
did?
they
I
they
didn't know
bought,
that. I
yeah,
thought
yeah,
it was
they
the
bought
same
their
one.
way out of it. I don't know if T Force is still in it or not, but I know ABF is still in Central States. But yeah, we're
Hmm.
orphans now. If we don't have this job, if they go out of business, we're gonna be the new orphans. So now, ABF and who's ever else in Central States, they got to take care of us now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This whole thing is crazy. I can tell you why. Actually, why I don't. I'll talk off topic a little bit, but I can tell you why. The exact moment when I start trashing the drivers, I wasn't trashing my personal line. I just recently started doing
Well,
that 2 weeks ago. Okay, I started making you make these videos first, and I started making them. I said I'm gonna show a different side of Yellow. I'm gonna actually show you me going to terminals, and I'm gonna tell you how many miles it is apart, how long it took to get there, and all that. So I decided to do it that way. Okay, I must have said something in one of the videos, and they started flooding my videos to corporate HR. This is another reason why I never did Yellow. So Mr. Hawkins called my terminal manager. So I got called in the office with the union, my supervisor, and everybody was in there. So they tried to fire me because of my videos. But Yellow said Yellow told said I can keep making the videos long as I don't film while I'm driving. But the union tried to get me gone. So that's why after that happened, this happened like 3 weeks ago. We all was in the office.
mm,
It's a true story. Mr. The CEO, he know my name. He called
wow.
because these drivers kept sending my videos to HR. They flooded them. They kept flooding them. So he had to
Wow, you
call.
broke up.
Huh?
Wow. Now you broke up a little bit.
Hear me now?
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Yeah, I got you.
they started flooding my videos to HR. Then Mr. Hawkins called my terminal manager. They had a long conversation. They called me into the office. I asked them. I said, so I can't film. I can't even film. He said, you can still make these videos, but you can't film while you're driving. I said, okay. I said, let me ask you this. I said, can I say something about these crybaby drivers? They said, yes. That's between you and the drivers. And I said, okay, it's on now.
Oh
And
wow.
that's when I started trashing it.
Wow. I haven't been contacted one time. I
You
know
never?
never. They
I've
never,
been doing it for
man.
4 months, and
Man, I've been doing it what 4 years. They haven't contacted me one time. I had my terminal manager. He knew about it.
yeah,
But nah, nobody ever complained about it. But I
yeah.
mean, it was helping them out. I was
I mean,
careful.
I was helping them out. I was at the time. I wasn't saying nothing negative about Yellow. I don't know what I said. They don't start turning my videos in, but they did. Yeah, so they thought they were gonna get me in trouble, but the opposite happened.
Wow. Yo, Football Jones appreciate the 4.99. Darren Hawkins was a great dude. I was 3 offices away from him in Nashville corporate office, and he always went out of his way to speak to me. That's what's up, man. I heard he was a good dude, man.
I
I
mean,
heard Darren was a good dude, man. I
I
heard it,
mean,
man. But
he helped me out, so I don't got no complaints. They tried to fire me
uh,
for these
yeah,
videos.
that was a personal attack, man. That wasn't nothing, but probably yeah.
Yeah,
Your union stewards and a
yeah,
couple of driver crybaby.
yeah,
They tried to pull a good old boy trick on you. I had a little bit of that at my terminal. A couple of people found out just recently. A couple of older guys found out about my videos. I don't know how, because a lot of people don't know me by Bank there. So they would hear the name, but just didn't put two and two together. So
yeah.
they found out it was me. So then I would have drivers talking about, why you lying to these drivers about the money you making, this and that. Man, I'm like, I show my pay stuff. What are you talking about? What am I lying about? Because these guys don't, they just assume because we're on the bottom of the board, we're not making money. I'm like, nah, we run a little different from you older guys. I don't know what y'all doing, but what I'm doing, I'm making decent money. When I hear these non-unions, the type of money they making, it's to me, it's like, okay, we making the same money. It's an individual thing. It's all about work ethic, man.
Yeah, my last couple of checks for the last couple of months, it been almost if it had touched 2,000, it was over $2,000 a week. So I don't understand. Now I guess when they say that, when they see our cent per mile, they like, oh, y'all ain't making no money. Y'all only making 66 point something cents per mile. Y'all ain't making no money. Shit, yes, we are. We don't just get paid by the mile. We get paid by that clock time too, and that clock time
Exactly.
it'll help your check out a lot.
Oh yeah, because if you compare it to what anybody else is making, hell, sometimes some weeks I might average about damn 91 cents a damn mile. you know, so and then when you compare the work, they're doing the same work that I'm doing, but yeah, my gross is showing that compared to the miles that I run, and you compare it to what they're running, like dog, I'm making like 91 cents a mile, like. All it is just it's all smoke and mirrors, man. It's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah,
The thing about yellow, you got the option if you want to work hard, you got the option if you want to work slow. Um, at a lot of companies, you're gonna work hard or you're not gonna be here. That's
yeah,
the difference. At Estes, you're gonna make 100,000 and better. Old
yeah.
Dominion, yeah, you're gonna make about 115, 120. No, it's not if I want to make 120. It's you're gonna
Going to.
make one.
And all, yeah, all like, and plus,
Yellow is not.
we don't do nothing for the money. We don't even hook our own 90% of the time. We don't hook our own sets. 90% of the time, we don't fuel our own trucks. We don't really do anything. I always come to work, go get our paperwork, go outside and do our pre-trip, and hop in it, and take off.
That's it. We don't
That's
we don't
it.
break a sweat. Yeah, we come in, we don't break a sweat. If we go into another break bulk terminal, which is another DC, a bigger terminal, we don't drop our set. We just hop out the truck. I mean, shit, we still smelling like the cologne we wore when we left the house. We still smelling like soap when we
I
get to the
know.
other
I
end.
know.
Where you gonna do that at in trucking, man?
Just hop in the truck, take off. Once you get there, just hop out the truck, get your stuff, and take off. Go inside and go to the hotel room.
Right.
Yep. Hey,
I still appreciate the $10, man. People got to understand if you're invested in the union, you get a pension. It may not be $6K uh, a month by you, but you will still get a check. Yeah, I feel yellow will be brought out and be made non-union. Yeah, that's a serious possibility, man. I
yeah.
understand the union thing, like even with my 7 years, I'm gonna fight for that little bit of pension I got. I might if I'm working union or not. I'm gonna go down to the hall. I'm gonna go and lock my freeze my pension. Freeze my union
Yeah.
stuff, and and I'll be fighting for that my little 7 years. I'm gonna fight for that little money, man.
Yeah. I
Yes,
mean, I ain't
sir.
been here long enough. I ain't been here long enough to really,
Yeah,
really matters.
yeah. I mean, at 7 years, it'll probably be about $200 a month, but I'm gonna fight for that little 200.
Yeah, mine. Yeah, mine won't be that much, but still.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
think you
fight
have,
for that.
yeah, yeah. I was told you have to be here 5 years for you actually benefit from the pension.
Yeah,
Anything
5 years to be vested. Yeah,
you have to be invested in the pension. So I haven't been here 5 years, so
yeah.
I won't get nothing anyway. No, but
Yeah, you're not losing a lot, man. But with a lot of these older guys, man, I understand what they lost. You know, back in the days, it was all about, go get a union job, get that pension, and you're gonna be straight for the rest of your life. That's what these guys were told. So these guys wasn't, they didn't believe in 401ks because 401k was a stock market. A lot of these guys have been told, they don't have no knowledge of the stock market. They were just told, oh, the stock market is like gambling. No, it's not
it
gambling
sure
because
say that.
right, you put it into a good, mutual fund or some kind of index fund, that tracks the S&P 500 with a 10%, 8 to 10% track record. I think the S&P 500 what 8 to 10% for the last 80 years or something like that.
Yeah,
But these guys wasn't taught that. They just feel like, oh, you put it in the stock market, you're gonna lose your money. Yeah, you're gonna have years when you lose money, but that's when you want to put more in it. When
yeah,
it's going down,
yeah,
because now the market is on sale. But these guys wasn't taught that. They were just taught, I'm gonna just work my job and make good money and buy what I want to buy and take all of these trips, and I'm not gonna worry about saving for anything. Why? Because I got my pension. That's what they were told, and they didn't know. If you don't know, you just don't know.
yeah. I
You
understand. 'Cause,
know,
yeah, they grew up in a different time. Cause back then they didn't have the internet and everything like as we have in our fingertips right now. They didn't have that, so I understand. Make it 75.
Right, yeah. I appreciate the 999. T James made 76 last year. Hoping to get close to 90K this year, man. LTL got paid to get my CDL. Yes, sir. Appreciate your channel. Learned a lot from you, man. Yeah, man. Hey, man, you're welcome, man. I just put that information out there, man. I thought a lot of people would benefit from it.
They did.
76 to 90K, man, coming out the gate. That's pretty good money. And that's right along the lines of starting out at anywhere else, man, in LTL.
I know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's good. I know. Like I was saying, a lot of those guys say like they always bring up 2008 and 2020 when the stock market kind of crashed. They say that everybody lost everything. You didn't lose anything if you didn't sell it. It was in your 401k. Especially you weren't gonna retire the following year. You get all that money right back. So
exactly,
yeah,
man. Yeah, I mean, you probably would have made money if you would have just kept investing. When the market came back, that's how these investors get rich. When they can't wait for the money. They love when the market go down for two,
yeah, I
three
know.
years.
Yeah, I know they buy. So I know.
Yeah,
So
that's when you buy. That's when you want to up that 401k. You want to put more money in it.
yeah, yeah, I understand. That's why I don't know. I think a lot of these guys uh should agree to the change of operation. Because would it say only 1,000 total drivers have to work the dock at the whole company out of what?
What was
Out of
that?
what? Actually, I think they should have agreed to the change of operation. But only 1,000 drivers would have to work the dock. That was it.
Yeah, I think so, man. I don't even think it would have made it that far up the seniority list. I
It
think it
would
would have just been
not.
the people on the bottom, and
Water.
then they would have hired people into the position of utility driver.
Yeah, so it would not have affected the people at the top though. The most one who's complaining about it, and that was the whole fight about. Because I know a lot of people say it didn't go well out west. I run west a lot. I go to Salt Lake City. I go to Phoenix, Arizona, because I'm at Oklahoma City. We run west a lot,
Okay.
and those guys, a lot of those guys actually like it. Now the older guys quit who didn't want to do the dock. Now they quit, but the guys who actually stayed once they figured it out and once they got the kicks out and the guys that stayed, they actually liked it.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy yesterday, man. He said he actually liked working out the dock out there, working on the dock out there. He said he was one of the last terminals to get unionized out west at Readyway.
Yeah,
But they say they actually liked it. It wasn't that bad, It was on a forklift, and you
I
get
know,
trained. They have to train you on a forklift. They just can't put you on a forklift. You have to get training for
right?
it.
Yeah, forklift do all the work.
Yeah,
So you telling me everybody gonna lose their job over that stupid argument right there? That was the main problem. And who don't want to go to a 5 day work week? Who
but
don't want to do that?
right.
Who don't want
But
to
I
be
tell
home
you,
every day?
yeah, a lot of there's a lot of followers. Everybody. It's like the Teamsters. Everybody want to be the cool kids. We're gonna shut this company down, and people will go along with it.
They show us
But
saying that.
really,
They show us
but
saying that.
really, really, if it went up for vote, if it went up with vote, they would have voted for the changes unanimously, man. It would have been unanimous, man. They would have trust me. The guys, they sit up and act like they want this place to close. They don't want this place to close. They know what's out there in them streets, man. You're not gonna find this. This is the last of the Mohegans, man. This was it. Yellow was the last of this type of operation, man.
Yep.
It was bound to end one way or the other. Either we was going to agree to the changes or they're going to close it down. Why? Because nobody's going to finance this. I'm not. If I was an investor into this company, well, let me look at everything. Let me see what you got going on. Oh, wait a minute. It take you 5 or 10 damn hostlers just to break down the damn set and fuel the damn truck and
I
build
would
the
have.
damn set.
Yeah.
Like what like, no, I'm not investing in that. So you got to pay this guy to sit on the clock while this guy is only subject to hook 2 sets per hour, but he barely does one. Eh, I'm not investing in that. This guy
I,
been sitting on the clock for 4 hours, so we got to pay him over $100. Plus, he's gonna run his run, and then we got to pay this guy for sleeping in a damn parking lot, for sleeping on my damn property. Where they do that shit at?
nowhere, and that's what I
Huh?
was trying to
Huh?
nowhere.
Get
And
fired. You get fired at a non. You ain't doing that shit nowhere else. You ain't
Oh
sleeping on their
no,
property. You
no,
ain't doing that shit nowhere else. You
no.
don't see it nowhere else but here.
But here I know, and
Uh,
I don't understand. They're gonna realize they say that they're gonna close it down, close it down. Watch that go one of the other LTL companies. Watch how strict they are. They don't realize how relaxed yellow rules were.
right.
You can get away. Yeah,
You're gonna end up right now. We not here no more. We done. So supposedly yellow is supposed to be done. So now you're gonna have to go find a job. You're gonna have to do some loading and unloading to make this type of money. You're probably gonna have to do some touch freight, or you're
yeah.
gonna work for another LTL company where you're gonna be hooking your own set, where you're gonna be fueling your own truck when you come to work, where you're gonna be doing some dock work, the same shit that you would have been doing over here, and most of you probably wouldn't have been doing it.
I know. Now, like I said, they're gonna do that at the next location. But look what they're gonna lose.
Yeah,
A lot of those guys got what? They get 3 weeks of vacation, 4 weeks vacation a year, and probably like 2 weeks
yeah,
of sick days. You're gonna lose
yeah.
all that. Go to a new company and start off with 1 week of vacation. That's it.
Yeah. 5 to 6 weeks of vacation because they said they wanted y'all to work, wanted utility drivers.
Yeah, you losing all that and starting with a new company. And then at your age, you at the bottom of the board.
Yeah.
Being 50, 60 years old, because you could be at the bottom of the board. No.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cause
that wasn't worth it, man. And my problem with the like I love the union rules. I understand what the union did. But tell me this, Jeremy. Tell me this, Jay. Um, what do you think about the union now? Do you think the union is something relevant? Do you think the union is relevant nowadays in this day and time? Do you think it's relevant?
no, I don't think the union is relevant today because I understand when the union first started. I think the Teamster started in 1909, I believe, and back then the workers had no rights. The greedy corporation can tell them to do what they want. If they don't do it, they can fire them. In 2023, it's not like that anymore. You just can't fire nobody just to be firing them. And so I don't believe the union is good in 2023, and especially not in LTL. Because like you said earlier, last stream, all the other LTL companies are growing like it ain't nothing. And union carriers cannot grow like that. Even ABF got that big raise, right? They're gonna catch up with the they're gonna be right next to what the non-union carriers are, but it's gonna take them 5 years to get there. Now imagine what are the non-union carriers gonna be at when ABF get there? Just say we're gonna make the numbers easy. Just say the non-union carriers make $10 an hour. ABF right now and Yellow and T Force at 5. So ABF just got a raise. It's gonna take them 5 years to get to $10 an hour. When that fifth year get here, all the non-union carriers gonna be what at $15 an hour. So you always paying catch up because you can only give yourself a raise every 5 years. So I don't
Exactly.
think no pays for it.
Yeah. And how are they going to compete with the non-union? So they got their hands full too. They got their hands full too. They don't get 100%. Everybody say ABF gets 100% of their pension. They don't. They get 100% of 68%.
Oh,
But they caught a cut. They caught a cut. Yeah. Their pension was cut just like ours. But
why
ours
people
was
be
we were
saying that?
no. They get 100% of 68%. That's
I
it.
didn't know that. They make it sound like
Yeah,
they
they
get every.
don't. Yeah, no, they
Oh,
don't get every penny. No, they caught a cut on that pension too. So yeah, they just as raggedy as yellow. We were just raggedy. So now
no,
they're the
yeah.
they're the new raggedy LTL company now since
No,
we out the
yellow was
way.
just yeah, yellow was just yeah, I know, right? I know people swapping down. ABF is the best thing in the walking. No, but yellow was
Uh,
just way bigger.
yeah, yellow was just bigger. I mean, ABF is a good outfit though. It's a good outfit, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I respect the union. I respect the union, but I don't. I don't see it necessary in this day and age.
So you
You
want to work for
know,
another one?
they left a bad taste in my mouth with this because I don't, because I know a lot of people didn't have that. I know they didn't speak to anybody. I feel like Sean O'Brien just came up with that on his own. Our members, you didn't speak to the members. I don't remember voting on anything.
He
You
didn't.
know, yeah, I didn't put my stake in on it. You up there telling, oh, shut the company down, rest in peace.
I know, like, dude, you
I
asking me?
didn't,
I know.
you know.
I think what happened was at the time when he said that statement, I believe he was still in negotiating with ABL. I know for a fact he was still negotiating with PS. I think he was trying to use Yellow as an example to show the other two boys that he ain't nothing to play with, or he willing to do anything. If he have to shut the whole company down, he will. And I guess everybody was cheering him on, all the Yellow drivers. Yeah, Mr. O'Brien, he the king, he's the guy.
Uh-huh.
Look what the guy done to you right now. The guy got you unemployed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, these drivers with these with these DUIs, that's able to keep their job,
Oh yeah, they
you
got like
know.
Rex. There's a lot of jobs
Yeah,
here. Flip
Rex.
trucks,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
still working
Rex.
here.
Oh, I did safety, man. They don't flip trucks, 5 or 10 times kept their job and stuff
Jobs.
like that. Oh, but it's on their driving record. Where they gonna go? Who
I
who
know.
who hiring you? So where you gonna go? And those are the people that you left hanging. You gave
Left
them these
hanging.
cushy rules, but now what are you gonna do about it? You know, what are
I
you
don't see.
gonna do about it? Because my thing is, you work for me, I don't work for you, and that's one thing about the union. When you go down to these halls, they got this little uppity attitude. But it's like, homie, you work for me. They act like they don't even want to come shake your hand sometimes, at some of these halls. I'm in
I
Atlanta.
know.
I'm at a bigger one. I don't know how big y'all's is, but, we in there
It
with
ain't probably big as you
UPS. And,
guys. Yeah.
yeah, we're in there with UPS, T-Force, and ABF,
Yeah.
And it's, they like, you work for me, buddy. I don't work for you. But that's the attitude they have, man. And they don't. And when new guys come here, our union stewards, they don't teach you how to be a Teamster. They
They
don't
don't.
explain nothing to you. You
They
just
don't.
come here and you just running. They don't explain nothing to you.
Nothing.
They don't invite you to the hall. They don't have classes that, because people don't know. They just come here, they just want to make money. But they don't even know, like the union, they got a lot of benefits over there on the union side that people don't even know about. But it's
Yep.
almost like they don't want you to know about it.
Yep. Because
Because they should be telling, hey man, why aren't none of these drivers participating in all of these other benefits that we got? These rental car discounts and these mortgage discounts that we got. Why aren't
I
they?
didn't know
Why?
about that.
Yeah,
I didn't
exactly.
know about that.
You've been here 2 years. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know about
yeah,
that.
yeah. But you get into an accident and tear some shit up out there. Yeah, they'll keep your job. You get a DUI. You get a little fail a drug test. You keep your job.
Yeah, yeah.
But
You
now,
yeah.
yeah, where you gonna go now with a failed drug test?
I don't know.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. See, for example, I never did the. Have you went to U Hall and swore in?
Yeah, I
You did.
swore in.
I never did it.
Yeah, I swore in. But one thing about it, like I said, you got a point of view. Like I said in that video, you got a point of view. A lot of people are surprised when they see people that look like me and you with a point of view.
Oh yeah,
You know,
believe me.
now
I
they, they
know.
they 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 feel like you don't have a point of view, like you don't have nothing to say. I have a point of view. I have an opinion. You know, um, I have an opinion. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
it's like
saying? And you're gonna respect my
my
opinion,
opinion.
whether you agree with it or not.
Yeah, because I voice my opinion, not just online. The same thing I say online, the same thing I say in those the break rooms are the dispatch officer. The dispatch office. So a lot of those guys just want an echo chamber. They want everybody to say the same thing. And to say want everybody to say the same thing. But I will be honest, I have got a lot of support. I had some lady, she said she was the something in HR sales. She sent me a long message on Facebook at the blue and say, I appreciate your videos. I'm glad you're speaking up the truth, speaking up for us who don't speak up at all. I'm like, yeah, that's why I do it. A lot of people feel my way. They feel the exact same way I feel, but they won't do it because a lot of people are non-confrontational. Because when you do speak up, especially in the dispatch office, those drivers will attack you from all angles. So they don't say nothing. And so I feel
Yeah,
like, man, I'm gonna speak up for them.
Yeah, you got a right. You got a right to your opinion, man. You got a right to feel the way you want to feel, man. No matter who like it or not, and that's what the Teamsters should be about. And that's why certain things go to vote. We're not monolithic. We're not all monolithic. We're not a cult. What are we, a cult? What we all supposed to think
We're
alike?
cold because you remember that
Right,
last
and that,
yeah.
no, now when I went down there and swore in, I'm just like, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you remember that
you know,
last Zoom call that the teachers had like a week ago?
yeah,
I logged in. I showed my face and they kicked me out.
kicked you out. Oh man,
They kicked me out right there.
it's
They said
like that, yeah.
because they know because people could turn my videos in and it because I logged in. I forgot to change my Zoom name from my YouTube name and I logged in and they kicked me. They kicked me smooth out. I like man.
Oh man. Oh yeah, yeah. He watches it. I think Sean O'Brien watches this. I think he stay in touch with the union, the Yellow Teamsters. So
He staying
he's in tune with what's going on online. So
He know, because a lot of people are like, I'm gonna turn your videos into Teamster. I'm gonna turn your videos into the union. I like, first of all, I live in Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City is the right to work state. The union can't
yes,
do
sir.
anything to me. I can, if I want to, I can leave the union and still be able to work at Yellow and still have the same benefits the union people do. It's a
Yeah,
right to
exactly.
work
Yeah,
state.
yeah. And it's a lot of people at my terminal 402 that's not that's not paying union dues. That's out of the union. That's not paying union dues. We have a lot of them. That's
You have a
not in
lot
the.
of them. I didn't know that. I didn't know
We
that.
have a lot. You probably have a lot too, because a lot of them, back in '08, they got a lot of misinformation that the union owned shares in Yellow. Now everybody loved the union now, but it was at first it was the union as traders. They
Yeah.
sold us out, for shares. But they got the language mixed up. They gave the union members, me and you, shares, into the
Oh,
company. That's what they meant by the union. But they got everything mixed up. But everybody just but like no weirdos allowed said, man, the Teamsters is fucked up, man. It's a gift and a curse.
yeah, it is. I agree. Now I do believe. I think where the union would thrive, uh, the best at is those mega carriers like Swift, Snyder, Warner. I think the union should be in those. That's where the union should be at right there.
Yeah, they should be all over trucking, but they lost their way. It's just not necessary, right? I think it's outdated. I think it's outdated now, man. It's not necessary. It's just like anything else. Society that came along, like we know, what's right and wrong. Maybe they could be like a government entity. They can govern workers' rights, things of that nature. When something pop up, if you get fired,
Yeah.
for something that you didn't do, maybe they could be some kind of government entity that steps in um and kind of fights for your job. Maybe it should be something like that. We would probably have to get certain laws changed to make something like that happen. But I don't see the way that it is now. It's just you know they suck the life out of this company. I mean, anybody with any common sense know that the way Yellow was being run was a hot damn mess. This company, yeah, you know, everybody say they mishandled a lot of the money, but we don't, you know, we don't know that for sure. People are
We
just
don't
talking
know.
out of the
People, I
side
know
of their
people
neck,
just yeah, I know they all
you
say they
know.
just
Yeah,
they heard of one.
because
Yeah,
when you look at the timeline, you go back to '08. When the market crashed, that's when they bought all of these companies. The market crashed, every
yeah.
company was messed up, everybody was filing for bankrupt, and then they've been trying to dig out of that hole for the last 15 years. They've been trying to dig out of that hole, man. And then you got these union rules uh
It
that
ain't
we
helping it.
have over here.
I take
It's not
advantage of
helping
it.
it.
I take
Yeah,
advantage of it. It ain't helping.
it's not helping at all. It's not helping at all. And I say they should have been trying to make these changes when they had some money in the bank. You
Yeah,
can't,
yeah.
wait till you get broke, then want to make these changes because they should have known it was going to be a fight. you know,
Yeah.
and they just wasn't prepared for a fight right now.
So, what about the people who always bring up the fact that ABF T-Force is profitable and UPS? When you say anything about the union, they always bring up UPS and T4. No, UPS and ABF.
Right.
They always bring it up.
Well, yeah, because they're more profitable. ABF don't have the the manpower that we have. They have I mean they run their company. They
Yeah, they
run their
do.
company, but this company is just a monster. They caught a bad rap because ABF didn't do what Yellow did. You know, ABF didn't go out and buy take out a loan and try to buy up the whole damn LTL industry
They sure did.
industry. Right. So they've been digging out of a hole for the last 15 years, man. So
Yeah, I mean,
and then yeah, and then like you said, you got some mismanaging of money, mishandling of money. Appreciate that 499, man. Yeah, you got that mishandling of money, man.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that what
look what he
happened.
said. That's what we've been saying, man. Paying
Yep.
3 to 4 dudes to hook a
Hook
set.
a set.
Uh,
See,
what are we doing?
see, my thing is they should have if they ain't want nobody to lose their job, instead of hiring new people off the street for those CDL programs, they should have put those hustlers in the CDL program, let them be a CDL driver instead of hiring new people and get rid of the people get rid of them hooking out set, hooking on set. Put those guys in the CDL program, the thing you was running, and help them get their CDL. That way they can be line haul drivers or city drivers, whichever one they choose to, and that'll save a lot of money. Nobody lose their job.
Yeah, yeah, get trained on a forklift, something, man. I mean, I don't know, but I hate it. I hate that people are, I mean, because would it have been fair? No, but change is inevitable. Change has to come one way or the other. It's going to happen one way or the other. It's going to happen whether they close the company down or somebody's going to have to cooperate with them to get these changes through. It's either going to be one of the two. Either the union is going to, let them go through with the changes, or they got to shut the company down. Something has to happen.
Yeah.
What? You think you about to run this company like this, and they got to deal with Old Dominion and Estes
They
and
can't.
Southeastern? Who
Yeah,
compete
Southeastern and
what?
FedEx Freight. They can't.
Right. Man, FedEx, they deliver, they go and mop the damn floors and shit, man, and take out the trash at their customers. Shit. We can't compete with that.
You know, you know what? Another thing I told them that we should do at Yellow. Think about it. Think about this for response. Though most of the drivers at Yellow look homeless.
Say that again.
I said, don't most of the drivers at Yellow look homeless?
Hey man, that's why that's why they need to do a uniform policy. I ain't
I,
gonna
I,
say
I
they look
said
homeless.
that. I said that.
I'm gonna say they ain't got no flavor. They ain't got no style,
I
man. They
said that.
just
I said you got these city drivers. I said we already pulling up to these customer sites with these raggedy orange trucks they use in the city, or the regular or blue trucks. But then you got the
right.
drivers coming out here looking like they can't live in a homeless station. And like, dude, come up with a uniform policy. You can't have raggedy trucks and your driver look raggedy too, picking up the freight. The first thought is they gonna treat my freight like crap.
Mm.
So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. They're gonna I come from over the road, man. So I know, you know, I know how it is when you're sitting in that over the road truck. You backed into that dock, and when you see them FedEx guys come in, they got their sharp uniform. Even Walmart, you see them guys with their sharp uniforms on, and you sitting out there on the road, and you running up and down the road, 48 states in Canada, man, and
yeah,
you looking over at these guys, man. You looking at them FedEx guys like, damn, I want to do that. He getting home every day. He could take his dog for a walk, and it just looked professional, man. And when you see these yellow guys come up with no uniform on and the trucks are raggedy, I'm not gonna want to work at Yellow. I'm gonna go holler at the Sayo or the FedEx guy.
that's my point. Like,
You,
dude,
you know, it, that's where you because that's your recruiting right there. That's where you recruit your good drivers from. Because your good drivers are gonna come from over the road.
yeah,
And they're not gonna talk. They're gonna walk right past that yellow dude and go holler at the FedEx guy. I want to work there. This guy is clean. He's shaved up, and he got nice boots on and shit,
Yeah,
creased up pants. I want to be like this guy.
like them.
That's
Yep.
what we're looking at as an over the road driver. That's what I used to look at. Like, damn, you walk in there, this dude smelling like some fresh cologne. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Your first
Oh,
thought when you see those drivers looking like that is down. Oh man, they must not make no money there. They must be getting paid pennies. 'Cause
right.
they can't even afford to buy decent clothes.
Yeah,
Oh,
man. It's
yeah, I like, man, it's crazy how it is there. We wear a uniform at yellow, and your boss should call you company man.
company man. Yeah, I had a couple of people try me like that, but my
They
thing
call me
is,
company man all the time. I wear that yellow
yeah,
hat and my yellow shirt all the time. I like to look
yeah,
nice.
yeah. That's all. It ain't got nothing to do with yellow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but my thing is, you come in with Carhartt. A non-union company. You come in with your Carhartt on. A company that's not paying you nothing. You wear your Nike stuff. A non-union company that ain't paying you nothing. Yellow, give me a paycheck. Why wouldn't I wear this? What's wrong with wearing it? If you don't want to wear it, that's fine. But don't call me no company man because I'm wearing this.
Yeah, they do me. They call
I'm
me the
just,
same.
I'm just trying. All I want, I wear my uniform. This is why I wear my uniform. I want the benefit of the doubt when I go through a scale house. That's all I'm looking for.
Oh
I
yeah,
just want the benefit. I just want to look professional. I don't give a damn about none of that other stuff. I just want them to look at me like, damn, he looks like he does a pre-trip. That's it.
yeah.
you know.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you 100%. That's why I think they should do it. It's a lot of changes. Like that one video. Like that one. You see that video about those guys at Houston, and the guy said, why don't you guys quit? We can run it ourselves." In Houston, that at least that viral video that somebody secret recorded, that one of the yellow managers went down there and was talking to the employees, and the employees start hollering and say, "Hey, if you can't run this company, we could run ourselves." And they start saying, "Shut it down. You can't run the company."
Oh yeah. I seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like it's a lot of people. Since he said that, now a lot of people actually saying that, hey, we could run the company. We could run the company better than ourselves. And if you could run the company so well, why don't you start your own company? Why don't you be your own operator?
Mm, yeah. And actually, if they ever become an owner operator, you'll start understanding these numbers a little bit better too.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you understand that math a little bit better, man. Because these numbers are just, that's one thing about me, man. I pull out that calculator on you. When people say they make more money than me because of the cents per mile, I pull out that calculator. It's just with this company. I mean, it's just like you said, 3 to 4 people to hook a set. You just pull out a calculator. No, that don't make sense. When Estes is paying one guy, all he getting paid for is the drop and hook, and he putting trailers he's staging trailers, he fueling the truck, and he staging, and then the next guy come in the next morning and hook his own set for $9. For us, that'd be a 4 hour pre-string. They got to pay us $100.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right now, if we was to do that right now, they got to pay you over $100 to hook your own set and things of that nature. So it's just it's a bad deal all the way across. And like I said, this whole thing probably needed to be dismantled one way or the other. One way or the other, this shit was gonna be a mess, man. It wasn't gonna be pretty, and that was the reality that I was willing to accept if they would have made the changes, because I knew once it was in the hands of, because pretty much it wasn't in the hands of Yellow. If it was up to Yellow, Yellow would have kept doing business, but it wasn't up to Yellow. It was up to the investors of Yellow.
Yeah, investor. Yes.
I'm not investing in this shit.
Yeah, because
I got these damn y'all trying to run this company like it's 1946 and it's 100 damn union companies. That's how y'all trying to run this shit.
I know.
Come on, man.
Yeah, hey, believe me, I know. Since I went on that show last week, I'm still friends with the people at Freightway. And last Sunday, when Yellow and the Union was in DC, one of the investors walked out the meeting. I guess
Yeah,
because Hawkins and old Byron were being two big old kids, can't agree on nothing, being two big old kids, and the investor just walked out the meeting. Yep,
yeah,
they told me that before it even hit the media because I'm friends with them because I was on their show, so they always send me
right.
messages about Yellow. Yeah,
Yeah, shit childish, man.
yeah, they been
Real
two big
childish,
old
man.
kids, two egos, almost
Man,
everybody their job.
that's why I said they left a bad taste in my mouth, man. These damn they children, they put 30,000 people out of a damn job. playing like kids, just a bunch of egos, man. That wasn't nothing but ego right there, man. That's the only reason why these doors are closed right there. Nobody, there was no cooler heads nowhere to be found, man.
So I got when did I had a debate on this on Facebook. When did Yellow first offer the $11 an hour? Well, it was 2 weeks ago. Or it was like a couple months ago.
I don't know. I think it sounded like it was a couple of months ago. It
That's what
sounded
I
like it
thought.
was some information that we didn't get.
We didn't get because he didn't tell us. They only told us about it 2 weeks ago. Because they're like, oh, we did. It was 2 weeks ago. Oh, like no, it's not. It was a couple months ago. They just told us that Mr. Hawkins didn't tell us. Not Mr. Hawkins. O'Brien didn't tell us. And then Yellow released the information. Now they want the $11 an hour. Shit, it's too late now. You should have took it back then.
Yeah, man. And we don't know if they would have gave it to us or not, but
Hawkins and Mr.
hey, we
O'Brien
didn't
never.
hear nothing about it. We didn't hear nothing about it. That's the problem that a lot of people had.
Hawkins and O'Brien never met face to face. Not even last week in DC. I wasn't there and you wasn't there. But I am friends with some people at Freightway, and they did. I can show you the message, and they can tell you they said that. So I could be wrong too. I'm not saying I'm right, but I can be wrong too. But
Yeah,
I am
but
friends
then
with them.
right, but then they sent. I thought they sent the what was it? What was Zuckerman? I thought they sent Zuckerman down there.
It probably was him. I could be wrong. That's why I said I could be wrong. I could
Yeah,
be wrong with the names.
yeah. I think they sent Zuckerman down there. If it was anybody, it was probably Zuckerman.
Yeah. Like I said, I could be wrong.
Yeah, man, but it just got childish, man. It got real childish, and you dealing with 30,000 families, union and non-union, man. You dealing with some, people with medical, people who was dependent on this insurance, things of that nature to take care of their families, and some of these guys, it's just they're just not going to be able to recoup what they had here. A lot of these guys are just going to be forced into retirement, and which I think a lot of people were just looking forward to that anyway. A lot of the older guys were kind of looking for this place to shut down so they can
I
have an excuse to
mean,
leave.
that should
You know,
They should just retire. Don't bring it. Don't bring everybody else down because you don't like the company. I understand the company put a bad taste in your mouth, but at the same time, you guys voted for all this way back in 2008 and 2000. I think it's 2008, 2009, whatever year that was. You guys voted for it. You voted for all this. Now you're crying about it.
yeah. Well, I'm glad you know that they voted for this stuff because a lot of people say they got it taken from them.
No, they
A
voted
lot.
for this. They voted for it.
Wow,
I
wow.
don't understand why they keep saying they got it taken away. They voted for this.
Oh
If
man.
they would have stood tall back then, maybe the company would have went out of business back then, or it'd been better. But no, they ain't want to stand tall.
Mm.
Don't stand tall now.
Yeah, it's a little bit too late now, man. So what you got planned, man? What you got planned from now?
Man, I put in a couple applications. I put in an application for Old Dominion, XPO, and I had a couple people hit me up. One guy said on Facebook, he said he know the terminal manager at Southeastern, and I told him I put the application. He said he'll talk to his manager tomorrow. And another guy he hit me up tomorrow to go to Essex, but I kind of want to go to Essex, but not really because Essex, I heard you'll be gone for 5 days, and I don't like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't like that 5 days. Yeah, you can't buy back time with money, so I don't want to be gone on 5 days in a row.
yeah. 5 in a row. That's pretty rough, man. But yeah, I
Yeah,
just yeah, I'm gonna take my time, man. I put in a couple of apps myself. I'm gonna just take my time and see what's out there, man.
yeah.
Um,
Do
yeah, I
fuel
think
hauler.
yeah. I'm thinking about doing some fuel hauling, something like that, man. But
That's what I might do.
yeah, some fuel hauling. I want to get in the end dump, but it ain't no money on the company side as an end dump driver.
It's not.
Uh, not in Georgia, not in Georgia. And now if I go up north with some of the union end dump companies, I'll probably be able to make a little bit of money.
See, I'm in Oklahoma and we got a lot of oil field. I thought about going in the oil field, but only thing about the oil field, man, it's like they have a layoff every 4 years. They make a killing in the oil field, but I don't want to look for a job. I don't want to look for a job every couple of years.
Right? Yeah, yeah. because that is there's no consistency in it, man. It's just
No.
kind of, you might have a gold rush for about a good year or two, and
Yeah.
then you find you're looking for something else and you're just
Yeah.
messing up your work history, man. But yeah, man, it's been real, man. I hope everybody kind of land on their feet. Life goes on. Um, I haven't heard anything indefinite about Yellow shutting down. I haven't heard anything. We just kind of left in limbo as far as the drivers. I don't know if if it'll be a huge layoff. Um, make sure you go ahead and go down there and freeze your union cards. Go down to your local union hall and just find out everything you need to do. Some of this, I guess, the non-right to work states, they should be able to find you guys a pretty good job pretty quickly, especially like up in Chicago and New York. There's a lot of union jobs, but down here in the South,
Oh,
it's
they ain't a
not.
lot
It's
of young.
yeah, the South Midwest, certain parts of the Midwest, man, it's just not a lot of union jobs. So a lot of us going to be at non-union jobs, man. Anyway, so
I'm
but
okay with it.
yeah, I'm okay. I can function with it. I can function up under anything, man. But I did like the union rules, man. It was, hey, it was
I
it
like
was
the
nice.
young.
It was nice for me. It was nice for everybody else, but it just wasn't profitable. It
I
wasn't
mean,
profitable.
yeah. I mean, when I left for FedEx, right? I ain't gonna lie to you. I got fired from FedEx. I can tell you why. I ain't embarrassed. I don't care. I went to jail for 5 days, and I didn't tell FedEx a lot until I had COVID. So they gave
Oh,
me 3 chances to tell the truth, but I didn't tell the truth. I told the story, kept
right.
telling the story. They called me anyway. But when they fired me, this how FedEx do. You can compete. You can appeal your firing. You can appeal it. Then you go on a board full of non FedEx people. Then you appeal your case to those people why you should not be fired.
Mm.
Then once the little trial over with, they will talk amongst each other and they'll get back with you. But for me, I'm gonna be honest, that was my fault too because I wouldn't stop telling the story. So I wouldn't admit to I didn't admit to my wrongs. They went ahead and let me go. If I would have told the truth one time, I'd have been still working for FedEx. But
Right,
I can
but they
admit it. Yeah, I can admit it. It was my fault why I wasn't working at FedEx.
right. So they knew the whole time. They were
Yeah,
just
they
wanting to
knew.
see if you
They
was
knew.
gonna.
They were
Yeah,
trying to see what I was gonna say.
yeah, and that's the thing that we're gonna be up against. At some of
Yeah,
these non-union places, we're gonna be up against that kind of stuff, man. So it's and you're not gonna have no protection, nobody to fight for you. There's
you gotta
no
fight for yourself. Yeah,
yeah, there's no interference between you and management. At least with a union, you got a little cushion. I don't. I like the union. Don't get me wrong. I'm pro union. I'm all for the union in certain aspects, but then it's just certain aspects of it that's just kind of outdated to me. And that's just my
yeah,
personal opinion, man. I
yeah.
understand with the union. They did some great things. They're the reason why we make this kind of money that we make. Like all of that stuff is understood. We understand that. But with this regimes, these last few regimes that's been at the helm of the union, I, it's just been a mess, man. Uh, they've been doing some mismanaging their damn selves, man.
I
If you
know.
ask me,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to say how I really felt, but
No, don't say it. Believe me.
yeah,
I know. I get a lot. Believe me.
you know,
They gonna
you
come
know,
after you like it come after me.
shit, man, please, man, they'll be all right. Like I said, they know to stay out my face, man. I'm
I
gonna
know.
do what I
No,
want to
they're
do.
not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah, they
do it in
know.
your face. But they're gonna do it online. They're
Nah,
gonna
they
try to
know.
release your
Yeah.
address and all. Yeah, because I was talking this mess way before Yellow went out of business. I was still going to terminal. Did
Mhm.
nobody ever say anything to me? Only two guys, and the two guys who said to me, they're from Dallas. They're the only person that actually tried to debate me on what I was saying. But everybody else, they didn't say anything. But they was quick to release my address and say they was gonna SA my wife and delete me. But okay,
Nah, they ain't gonna do
yeah,
shit with nothing. They
yeah,
ain't gonna run. They ain't gonna run their damn mouth, man. They motherfucker can't even hook a damn set in time, man. What you gonna do, man? Come on, man.
yeah.
They cut it out, man. But yeah,
So
man, these guys, man, but yeah, it's the union has its place, but in certain aspects of it, man, it's just not necessary, man.
I don't think so either.
It's not necessary, especially this situation right here. I think it could have been worked out a whole lot better.
It could have been to
It could have went.
save
It could have went. It could have.
30,000 jobs.
It could have went to a vote, and I believe that they knew that the yellow drivers was going to vote for the changes. They knew that shit.
Yeah,
I don't give a damn, because you hear these guys, man. Once Yellow called everybody bluff, even on these Facebook groups, everybody started changing their tone.
they
Everybody tone
told
started
the
changing a
truth.
little bit. Well, maybe we should work this out. It ain't so bad after all. I've been here 30 years. I just don't want to give it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, nah, go ahead and jump back on that bandwagon. Shut the
Second.
doors.
No,
Okay.
shut the doors, right? Shut the doors. Now they trying to shut the
Yeah.
doors. Now they all looking silly and crazy. I wonder what to do. I don't know what to do. They all calling the union hall and they calling the teachers see what to do. I guarantee most of those guys, the union ain't gonna give y'all nothing. They ain't gonna give you no job.
Ain't nobody gonna answer no phones.
Nothing. So okay,
Yeah,
they
they're gonna
got
take care. Yeah, and all them business agents, they're gonna take care of their buddies first.
yep,
They
yep.
they they they're gonna get their buddies in the ABF and UPS, and then everybody else just gonna be out there on their damn own.
Yeah, but let's
You know,
be honest. ABF got a total of 8,500 total people. So what's the? They probably got like 3,000 drivers. Probably. No,
yeah,
probably not. Probably like a 2,000 drivers.
right. Yeah, they're not taking all of us.
It's not enough people. Not an ABF or T Force to fit everybody. I mean,
Nah, no,
it ain't big enough.
nah, and no weirdos allowed. Nah, we didn't vote on nothing. Nothing was voted on. Nah, he just assumed that we wanted to close the doors if we didn't get these changes
Yeah,
to go the way we want. He just made that assumption for us.
he ain't even
I
asked nobody.
He didn't ask me shit. I didn't get nothing in the mail that said, "Do you want to go for these changes or not?" Nothing. Yep, I didn't get nothing.
Yeah, I didn't either. So you're like, okay. Then
Yep.
I said,
Yeah, man. But yo, man, we've been on here about a good hour, about hour 12 minutes, man. This
yeah,
is enough. But you want to, you want to clear your name, or you just feel how you feel about everything, huh?
man. Every video you sing about me, every video you watch, when I said something, I meant every word.
Mm. That's what you standing on. You
I'm
meant it.
saying I'm not back because that's what I believe.
You
They not
standing
gonna make me
tall,
change
all right?
my opinion. That's what I believe.
All right,
Yeah,
I hear you, man. I feel you. Stand on it, man.
yeah.
Stand on it, man. If that's the way you feel, and we should have the right to our own opinions. We're not a monolithic group. We all have differences of opinions. It should have went to vote and made the best side. If everybody wanted to vote it for no changes, cool. So be it. But it should have went to vote. Instead of just, don't speak for me when I didn't put my opinion in. You didn't have, nobody asked me nothing.
Ask me nothing either.
None of my shop stewards came, they didn't hand me nothing. Nobody mailed me nothing.
Nothing.
You know,
They ain't post. They
you
know. They
know,
normally post the ladders all over the dispatch room or break room so
right.
you can see something. I ain't
Yeah.
see
So,
anything.
yeah. So now, we will survive. Life goes on. We will survive, man. We're gonna be, loading. Some of us gonna be loading and unloading tractors. We're gonna be hooking and breaking our own sets. We're gonna be, we
I mean, I
we
had a
we we
gravy
gonna
at yellow. I had a
huh?
gravy. I had a gravy at
Yeah,
yellow. Oh man.
yeah, but yeah, we're gonna be doing all of that stuff now, man. So, one way or the other, we was gonna do it regardless. So,
Yeah.
good luck to everybody, man. Shout out. I know I probably pissed off a couple of my union brothers, but listen, man, I got an opinion. I'm gonna state my opinion. Whether you like it or not. I love the changes that I love all of the stuff that the union did throughout the years, making the workplaces fair and, safe to work in. I understand all of that, but, this left a bad taste in my mouth. 30,000 people are out of a job because you got two clowns up there uh, playing around. They playing with our lives, man. Being petty. Yeah, I mean, come on, do nothing, damn it, man. I ain't got time for your little jokes, man. Little corny jokes, man. You know, so the death of yellow. You putting something like that out there. into the atmosphere, for the customers to see it.
I know.
Yeah, for
Rant them away.
for the customers to see it. So, it's a trip, man. It's a trip.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you stopping by, man. But yo, we'll stay in touch. I got your number. We'll stay in touch, man. We'll see what we're doing within the next couple of months and see how everybody fan up. I'll keep doing videos for you guys, man. Whatever I do next, hopefully, these guys work something out over here at Yellow. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. But
Yeah.
life goes on, and I'll still be doing my trucking vlogs, and giving you guys my opinion on certain things. And keep the shiny side up and the dirty side down. Yo, I appreciate you stopping by, JL, man. Keep YouTubing, man, and don't let them silence you, man. Keep on speaking, using your voice, bro.
They won't. They won't.
All right.